Greetings, everyone. I'm Captain Angel Simmons, and I'm the Corps Officer along with my husband, Lieutenant Sean Simmons, at the Salvation Army in the Lower Eastern Shore. It is National Salvation Army Week, and so we wanted to take the opportunity to share with everyone why we do what we do, what the Salvation Army is, and why we have these thrift stores, why we have our Boys and Girls Clubs, our Senior Center, our social services. And so how it's going to work is we have some videos. You'll watch the video, answer the questions, and then you have an opportunity to win a prize by putting a comment in the comment section answering those questions. So all this week from May the 13th through the 17th is National Salvation Army Week. Watch this video and then come back to answer some questions.
Have you ever wondered how the Salvation Army came to be? Let's go back to London, England in 1865. Poverty and suffering were widespread issues across the city. William Booth, with his wife Catherine, committed to walking the streets of London and ministering to the broken, preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ to the poor, the homeless, and the hungry. Under their leadership, a movement began to grow, as did their ministry, recognizing that physical, emotional, social, and spiritual restoration go hand in hand. In William Booth's book, Darkest England and the Way Out, he states, "I must assert in the most unqualified way that it is primarily and mainly for the sake of saving the soul that I seek the salvation of the body." Today, the Salvation Army serves in more than 130 countries across the world, impacting over 25 million people each year in the United States. This looks different everywhere based on the needs of each community. We work to assess local needs by identifying the obstacles and challenges, then develop local programs designed to offer immediate relief, short-term care, and long-term growth. In addition to the well-known Red Kettle, thrift stores, and disaster services, the Salvation Army can be found serving people of all ages in all walks of life. We are motivated by our core values in all we do, choosing to be brave as we help disaster survivors who are searching for a glimpse of hope, showing compassion through our unemployment services and prison ministries for those looking for a way out of their brokenness, passionately caring for our youth through summer camps, daycare centers, educational programs, and providing gifts at Christmas for families in need, being uplifting through our rehabilitation centers and programs for those struggling with alcohol or substance abuse, building trust within communities as we combat human trafficking, love the elderly, and overcome poverty by creating a pathway of hope. At the heart of it all is still the same motivation behind our founder, William Booth's original mission when he started the Salvation Army: to seek and save the lost. Weekly worship services, Sunday school, and Bible studies are held in Salvation Army Corps or churches everywhere, and members gather together in community to encourage each other and grow in the love of God. Salvation Army officers, soldiers, employees, volunteers, donors, and friends help to uphold our branding promise of doing the most good. The Salvation Army, an international movement, is an evangelical part of the Universal Christian Church. Its message is based on the Bible. Its ministry is motivated by the love of God. Its mission is to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ and to meet human needs in His name without discrimination. For more information on the Salvation Army in the USA and to connect with your local Salvation Army, visit www.salvationarmyusa.org.
All right, so now that you've heard some of the things about the Salvation Army, I have a few questions for you to answer. The first question, number one, where did the Salvation Army begin and what year? The second one is, who are the founders of the Salvation Army? There's two people, it's a husband and wife, just as a hint. The third question is, what is the purpose or the mission of the Salvation Army? Just a short, based on what you saw, what do you think that the reason for the Salvation Army existing is? Now we have another video and then some more questions to answer, which is some more opportunities to win prizes. Thank you.
The Great San Francisco earthquake left over half of the city's population without homes. the Salvation Army was quick to establish feeding stations and shelters, able to feed and serve thousands of survivors. During World War I, Salvation Army women volunteered and went straight to the front lines to make hot donuts and apple pie for the soldiers. They were nicknamed the Donut Girls, and the warm, tasty reminder of home they provided was greatly appreciated. When the Great Depression hit, the Salvation Army expanded their services of feeding lines and food distribution to provide more homeless shelters and lodging for the multitudes affected by poverty. Not only continuing the tradition of serving donuts in mobile canteens, Salvation Army volunteers would often be found working in the field hospitals during World War II. The Salvation Army was the first relief organization to arrive at Ground Zero on September 11, 2001. During the next few months of recovery, they were able to serve a total of 3.2 million meals to first responders and other volunteers. When Hurricane Katrina hit, the Salvation Army mobilized more than 178 canteen feeding units and 11 field kitchens, which together served more than 5.7 million hot meals. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the Salvation Army is still at work, serving around the clock and providing hope to those that need it most. In times of despair and in times of need, the Salvation Army has been there and will continue to, because hope is greater than fear.
All right. I hope you know even more about the Salvation Army now. We have 4 more questions for you. First is, what was the first instance that the Salvation Army was at work in terms of disaster services in the United States? What was the name of the women who helped in World War I by serving soldiers? What are our big feeding units called? And lastly, when did we serve 2.3 million meals after a tragic disaster that happened in New York? I just wanted to share a little bit about our local Salvation Army and when we started. The Salvation Army opened its doors in the Lower Eastern Shore in 1913. So we've been around 111 years. All of the services that we offer are dedicated to serving the needs of our local community. We are going to have tomorrow a meet and greet at 11 a.m. in our Salvation Army Chapel. And so if you're available and you have any questions about the Salvation Army, that will be a time to come in. We also have worship services on Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. and that's an opportunity for anyone who is in need of spiritual care. Thank you for listening to our video, and we have one more short video that just tells about the local things, and you'll get to see some wonderful photos of the activities in our club and our thrift store and just how we serve the community. God bless you, and God bless the Salvation Army.
Every once in a while, you need to go back just a little bit. We're going to sing a few songs, a few old songs. You know how we used to do it in the church. We call it a singspiration. Y'all don't mind. I know you're going to know them. It's real easy. It's real simple. I want you to clap your hands, if you will. Stand on your feet and give God the best praise that you can give Him. Come on, let's do it together. Come on. Tell your neighbor really quick. Get together. Mama, daddy, everybody. Come on, army of God. Here we go. Chosen. Chosen to be a soul. Chosen. Chosen to be a soul. Oh, washed. Chosen. Come on. Chosen. when you wonder. Yeah, yeah. I love this song. When I think of what he's done for me, the guilty one. Oh, say it again. When I think of what for me, the guilty one. Would you be free from the burden of sin? There is power in the blood. Oh, would you or evil a victory win? Come on, there's power. I know you know it. Come on. In the blood of the Lamb. In the precious blood of the Lamb. Everybody, oh, that makes me. Oh, no, 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 no. Nothing but the blood. Sing it again. Say it. Find a smile. No, nothing but the blood. Say it again. Nothing. No, no. Let's take it out right here. Come on. We're singing. Come on. The song. Come on. We're singing a new time. The song. And when we arrive at the end of, how many are ready for this? We will of Zion in the courts above. Here we go. Come on, clap your hands real quick. We're gonna move